guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today is Friday Freebie Day and this is number 222. So we have a lovely one today. Now this one is, I've done it for sort of like May Day. Now in the UK, May Day is like a big sort of like festivals, and they have in the UK. I know they have them around the world as well, but this is based on the UK one because that's what I know. And when I lived in the UK down in Cornwall, we used to have we used to go to this like festival called the Helston Flora, which was great. It was lovely. It was like a fair. People danced, and you know, you got toffee apples and all those sorts of things. So if you know things like that, it was such fun. And they sort of like danced around this little maypole. So I thought we would base it on that one for this week. And then I've got a little May Day little bit here to tell you about it, which is the UK one, which says May Day in England is a traditional springtime celebration rooted in ancient agricultural rituals and festivals. It often marked the rising of the maypole, maypole dancing, morris dancing, and the crowning of a May Queen. It marks the beginning of the summer and historically was when cattle were driven out to the summer pastures. So it's just fun. It is lovely, and I thought we would base that on this one this week. So this is your Friday freebie, and then this is the one that I've done for the extra for the Ko-fi, which is a page which will obviously go with our lovely little tag here, and I'm just loving it. I just think it's so lovely. So I have already cut it out. I've already sort of like made a little thingy-jiggedy. So this is the tag, this is the Friday, this is the one for the Ko-fi, which I've made a journal cover with, which I am loving. And I've purposely sort of done it so you could put something on the front if you wanted to make it as a journal cover. But I'm going to add this little tag to it, which I am loving. So that's the Ko-fi extra. So I'm going to just pop that to the side. Now this is the tag. I've actually had a go at sort of making my version of a maypole, which I just thought was such fun to do. So I'm going to be making that with you today. And I've just added it. I've just laid them up. This one has got on a little bit of foam, which is lovely. And I've got a little flower at the top. I forgot to print on the back of this one, and I forgot to print on the back of the other one, but I'm not too bothered because I am going to stick it on the front of this and make a little journal with it. But doesn't that look lovely? I think it looks so lovely. So there we go, guys. That's what we are going to be doing. Let me find my bits and pieces. I've got them all cut out here. I've got some little extras. I've got some cheesecloth to go under the little flower at the top. I thought a little yellow flower would look lovely because we've got yellow paper on there. So I've got some of that. I have got some ribbon. Now this is beautiful silk ribbon, and this is the thinnest ribbon that I've got. So I'm going to be using that. I've got it in different sort of like colours on here. And the other thing I've got to go on the top of my maypole is a little bead cap. So if you've got a little bead cap, you can use that. And then I've also got these, which is just like a little piece of dowel. Where's my packet I had? This is the packet. Oopsie daisy. This was €1.25, but you might have something. These are what I've had these for ages in my drawer because you never know when you might need them. So that's what I've used, a little bit of dowel. You might be able to find something else that you've got at home to use. You could use a straw or something like that, or just roll up a piece of paper. You could just roll up a piece of paper and use that. But I've got a little bit of dowel, and then the little bead cap will just sit on top like that. So that's fun. So I thought we'd have a go at making one of those. Well, we will do that together. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just pop these pieces together. So again, you can just put them however you like on there. But I thought a little collage of these are lovely, and look at that. That's really lovely picture, isn't it? I just thought that was so lovely. So I'm going to put that on there like that. I got the little saying for the May Day on there, and then we've got our little flower just to go on the top. So that's what I shall do. I've got some little foam pads there. So this is a nice one. Again, if you like to sew, you could sew around these before you actually add them, or you could sew them onto the tag and then back the tag with something else, with a piece of paper. You know, it's entirely up to you, or use each thing individually. You may not want to make a tag. You could put this in your journal and put it as like a little pocket. You could cut that off and put it underneath, or cut this off and use that as a little pocket to put things in. So there's lots of different ways you can use all these things. And these are lovely as little journal cards, aren't they? So you can make yourself a tag and then print it off again and make something else. So a little bit of glue on there, little bits of thread on me. So I'm going to stick that there like that. Let's make sure we put that nice and straight. And then for our little one here, I'm just going to, you know, make it so it stands up a little bit. Oh, these are just little. Going to just cut this into 4 like that, where you can see I did the other one. Take these off. Let's turn this over. Probably don't need to use all of those 4. I think I'll just use 3 of them. There you go. Like that. Perfect. Where's my little pokey tool? Where's my little pokey tool? So I just poke that in like that and pick these off if I can. This is the worst thing about these little sticky things, isn't it? The smaller ones, I do have some smaller ones around somewhere. Oh, but these ones are like super sticky. I think I got these in the UK when I was there. Can't remember where though. Okay, so this is just going to, now again, I'm just going to put it at the bottom, but you can put it at the top, you can put it wherever. And I'm going to put my little maypole down that side. So let's just have that just slightly off to the side, like that. And then I'm going to take my little flower, and I just thought a nice bright yellow flower on the top would look lovely. Nice and shiny, sunshiny, isn't it? Let's just take a little section of this, scrunch that up. Oh, did I turn my glue gun on? No, I didn't. I need to turn my glue gun on because I need that for my little maypole. So I don't know whether you guys, what traditions you have for May Day. But like I said, the UK one, in England when I was there, we used to go to, I used to go with my mum and my brother and sister as well when I was little, and I also took my kids as well, which was really lovely. When they were little, little diddies, but they're not anymore. They're both growing up and have their own children, so yes. Oh, this has gone hard. There we go, let's just stick that onto the back of there. Don't know what's wrong with my glue. Should have it upside down. There we go, that's better. Pop that out. Troubles we have with glue, trying to get them out of the pots, is a nightmare, isn't it? So I'm just going to stick that on there. I just thought that would make a lovely top of a tag. But again, you know, you could make that into a little paper clip or something, couldn't you? But look at that. Fabulously simple, isn't it? So now we're going to have some fun and make a little maypole. Make sure my glue gun is on. Let's bring these little bits in together. So if you've got sort of like some bits of ribbon, some little thin bits of ribbon, or if you don't, you could just sort of like cut the ribbon into strips, couldn't you? If you fancied making one. But if you do, please show it in the Facebook group because I would love to see it. Look at all this. This is beautiful silk ribbon, which is so lovely and soft. Okay, I'm going to take one of these. Now, the little poles are wooden anyway, so I'm going to just leave it as it is, as wood. Then I'm going to take some pieces of this. So, you know what I mean? I'm going to have it like this. We can always, I'm going to take 2 pieces of that one. Doesn't mean we need all of them, but sort of just a little bit longer. You can always sort of like cut them down afterwards if they're a little bit too long. But we'll have a couple on this one, and I think we'll have this nice bright pink one. I think I might have too much on here, but that's okay. It will look lovely and pretty. So we've got little bits of ribbon, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my glue gun, if it's heated up a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of glue, not too much, just on the top, and I'm going to stick, oops, it's not the hottest, this glue at the moment. Just stick your little bits of ribbon around the outside, just like that. I think I need a little bit more glue on there. Take this little bit, stick it on, just so they twirl around like that. And then the last one, I don't think. Need a little bit more glue. Let's just pop a little bit more glue on there. There we go. Twiddle that around, and there we go. Look at that. Isn't that just fab? So they're just stuck to the top, basically. Now I'm going to take half of them, like that. And then I'm just going to hold on to them, if I can, in one direction, and sort of like, I should have probably done 4 at a time really, just twist it round. Can you see? I'm just twisting that around the pole. I'm going to take a little bit of glue, just pop that on there, and twist again, just to hold those in place. Then I want to go the other way, so twist the other way, because I don't know where you guys have seen it. It might be wherever you are in the UK as well. Just because I'm from Cornwall, it's where I'm sort of like basing all this on. But you probably all have your May Day festivals and things going on. They sort of like have the maypoles, and when they dance, they sort of like go under each other, like on this. And they sort of like make it into like, they weave the little pattern down the pole as they dance. It really is lovely. So let's just pop a little bit of glue. So I'm not quite sure whether they do the dancing in and out, you know, different ones to do different patterns. But look at that, that's just fabulous, isn't it? I just love it. So I'm going to pop this on here. I've got an awful lot, but I quite like that. Quite just like it hanging down, actually. Now, where's my little top? This is the little top on here, like that. So we are going to pop a little bit of glue on here. Like that, just a tiny bit. Take the top of this. I'm not quite sure whether that's going to be enough. Stick that on the top, like that. So that's my attempt at sort of making a little sort of maypole, which is great. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to stick that just here. Probably should have gone a bit higher, actually, should have not gone so low. But maybe what I might do, I might just cut some of these bits off. Like that, so it's a little bit lower. Maybe just stick some coming from the top. Just so it's got a little bit more up there. Coming down. A little bit fiddly. Can you see? So we've got some more little bits twiddling down. Depends how patient you are on doing this and how lovely you want it to look, isn't it? It would be a lovely card to send somebody, wouldn't it? Let's have another little bit. What should we have? Should we have a little pink bit because it's a little bit longer? Stick that in there. Like that. Twiddle that down. A little bit of glue. There we go. So I hope you guys are having a lovely bank holiday weekend as well. Are you going? Weather in the UK is apparently absolutely gorgeous. I think it's better than our weather here. Well, we've got to go and take Jessie to the vet later. She's got to have a few little vaccinations, which is, oh gosh, I can't believe it's so expensive for her vaccinations. But she went through a little poorly phase, but at the moment she seems to be okay, which is good. So we like to look after our animals, don't we? Let's put those little bits there. Okay, so I got a few little twiddly billy bits on there. Now I'm going to take this. Let's hang on to these bits. I'm going to run a little bit of glue down there and just stick it on. Like that. Just a little bit of hot glue. Where should we have it? Let's just stick that like that. Okay. And then, look at these little twirly bits. What I did with the other one, I sort of like stuck them to the pole so they're not all sort of like hanging all over the place. Well, I tried to sort of do it tidily, but whether we can with this one, I think I might be able to sort of wrap these around this way. Let's see. Let's see what a sort of mess I can make on this. And just sort of bunch them up, do you know what I mean? And just sort of stick that on. Is that going to stay? I think I need a little bit more glue. Turn that round. Pop that on. Oops. It's easier with glue gun because it's sort of instant, isn't it? Then I'm going to take another little bit there and just stick, just sort of like pull it up like that. It's not the neatest, is it? Not the neatest, but I like it. I think it looks lovely. Let's pop a little bit of glue on there. You don't have to get as fiddly with me as this, as I am, but I just think they look lovely. I'm going to leave that hanging down actually. Quite like that. Look at that. Oh, so again, you don't have to make a maypole. That was just something that I did, so I just love it. So guys, that is your Friday freebie, and I just think it's fabulous. A little bit of history, I suppose that is, isn't it, of dancing around the maypole. And I'm going to pop it onto the back, to the front, not the back, of this. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue. I'm going to go for the 3-in-1. Now, I'm not sure, I might make this into like a little folder and put pockets in it. Not a journal. My poor glue is running out. So I might just make it into like a little folder. few little pockets in there. Oh, I could actually use the tag in there as a little tuck, couldn't I? There we go. Love it. I think that is lovely. Actually, we could do that, couldn't we? I've got the other one there. That's going to go on there, but do you know what I mean? This one, this little tag, you could cut out again and pop it into the corner as a little tuck, like that, which would look really nice as well. Oh, I might actually do that at some point, but let's just decide whether I'm going to put paper in there or a little folder, but I think that's lovely. And that's the back of it. Super. So there we go, guys. That is your Friday freebie. I have one here and one here. This one is a little bit messier. This is a little bit tidier, isn't it? But oh, I think it's so much fun. So much fun. So guys, there we go. That's your Friday freebie. So this is going to be in the Facebook group, so you can just go and print that off. This one is if you are a monthly or a one-off Ko-fi supporter. Details are under the video. You can go and print this one off as well, which is a beautiful bright one, and they both go together lovely. Now on Sunday I am hoping we're going to do the on Saturday we'll be doing the Shabby Saturday video, and on Sunday I'm getting some bits and pieces together to put in my shop, so I'm going to do a video. Hopefully it'll be Sunday or Monday. It depends how busy we are. So there should be a video going out to show you what bits and pieces I have going in the shop next week. So there we go, guys. Okie dokie, we'll have a fantastic weekend. I know it's a nice long weekend for lots of people, so please do enjoy. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye-bye.